afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this round of the ESR Multiclass Monday series. I had a weird glitch with my screen there. Wasn't entirely sure what's going on there. This is the second season, the introductory round. By the way, we are at Misano Circuit for this inaugural round. I am your host, Cole McRae. It's good to be back. Sorry for the delay, by the way. There was scheduling conflicts that made it really hard to get this this commentary out. And so I'm glad to be back. We are joined today by venerable and ever elusive Matt Higgs. Say hello, Mr. Matt.
Hello guys.
Nice. Very good, very good. It's good to have you here. It's been quite a while since we were able to make our acquaintance. I was actually wondering if we were going to switch screens.
Wait,
there. We got Dalton
Cheney?
Cheney newcomer on the screen.
God damn it, there's
What's
another
that?
Cheney.
There's another Cheney. It looks like it. So we've got Dalton Cheney here. We got several new racers and a big change to this series. We've got extra classes in this multi-class. We have, we got as always, the GT3
Cole, you have two
class.
classes.
No, there's many. There's the Porsche Carrera Cup, but not in this race. So this is for the series in general. There's going to be a Porsche Carrera Cup, Lamborghini Super Trofeo, and Ferrari Challenge.
Those cars are all under the same class.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, you see how the Ferrari, the Lamborghini, beside their numbers, they have that little green triangle? That's the class.
Well, yeah, but they're all separate in those. The Ferraris have red triangles and the Porsches have green ones. Anyway, it is that is how it is going to be in two classes though. I can't confirm. So GT Challenge is the one class with Porsches, Lamborghinis, and Ferraris. And we got other class GT3 with the GT3s, of course. Quite a list of drivers. 22 in the server today. Martin Landry is currently on the pole and doing pretty well. Actually, it's Michael Landry. I always mix that up, of course. But it's setting a whole time of 1:34 exactly, 000. Very good job. Jeff Wentworth following closely behind. Mark Sutherland, ditto. Jake Keckley in 4th. Josh McLaughlin 5th. Actually, pending a couple of finishers. We'll have to take a look-see as they do that. Oh, those Lamborghinis look badass, actually. They look really mean. These cars were just added, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, you're right. They were just added last update, like less than a month ago. Or no, sorry, it's gotta be a month ago now.
Yeah, so the new Ferrari challenges. Also added an M2 Club Sport series, which we'll be dipping into a little bit later. And when you listen to this, the second round is going to be an enduro round with M2s and as a third class. So we got that all figured out.
We should have the M2 versus the GT3s.
Yeah, I think so. That'll be great.
Just why the fuck not?
Exactly. Why the fuck not, indeed, for anything?
Because fuck you and your closing speeds.
Well, that's a bit rude, but not untrue. So, official quali order: Michael Landry in 1st place, Jeff Wentworth 2nd, Mark Sutherland 3rd, Jake Keckley 4th, Josh McLaughlin 5th. It's been a while since we've seen him. Josiah Jerome in 6th, Dalton Cheney in 7th, Roberts in 8th, Seth Cheney in 9th, Anthony Willis in 10th, Max Simmons in 11th. A little bit uncharacteristically far down for him. Paul Riccobeni in 12th. John Peach in 13th, Dominic Turcotte 14th. Oh, actually, these are the other classes. So, rewind that. Maxim is actually in 1st in the challenge class. That's Porsche there. Paul Riccobeni in 2nd, John Peach in 3rd, Dominic Turcotte 4th, Dan French in 5th, Neil Sutherland 6th, Wesley Stokes 7th. I think Chris Constantini, but just Constantini in 8th, Zach Martin in 9th, and Ori Tan in 10th. For the second class. So pretty good spread. Looks like there's a pretty good hierarchy of cars here. Porsche seem to be strong at this particular track, Misano. And then the Lamborghinis are slightly slower and the Ferraris aren't appearing yet. So either there aren't any or they are just not super. Oh, there's only one. Okay. So that's could be considered within.
I don't know if there's more than one Ferrari challenge, but I did see one at least before.
Okay, well, so then we'll just put that down as a question mark. We have a 50-minute race currently going on with one pit stop required. 20-second refuel and is mandatory, but tire change is optional. So we leave that to the drivers to decide when and how long. I think there's a pit window. Probably centered on the half. My info here doesn't say specifically, but we'll just figure that out as we come to it, I suppose. So it looks like it's not terrible weather, but not great. It's very overcast, maybe a chance of rain going on. Michael Landry and the McLaren. Only 2 McLarens in the field today, which is really odd. Many BMWs, which is not so odd considering the M4 is known to be a little, what should I say, over-competitive in some respects.
I don't know.
Although
if
I remember correctly, there's been some effort made to balance it in the off season. What do you say, Matt?
Oh, sorry. I was just saying. I don't know. I haven't played the game recently, just because of reasons. But I know that it's not as overpowered and dominant as it was when it came out.
Okay, good. Yeah, I remember Jeff Wentworth and his clan were attempting to apply some balance of power to the M4 in the off season at the end of the last championship.
Shut the fuck up! Don't be. You're not. Stop trying to be different. It's balance of performance.
Yeah, but that's way dumber and takes way more syllables. So I'm gonna say balance of power.
That's what it's called.
It's also equally stupid.
No one says balance of power.
Hey, look, friggin' everyone says balance of power. Plus, if we followed everything the FIA wanted to do, we wouldn't have Spa or Monaco in F1 anymore. So, I'm just gonna say whatever I want because it's just clearly superior, and then we're gonna get on with it. Props to John Picha, currently running 3rd place in the Challenge Series. We haven't seen him in a minute, if I remember correctly. Shout out to Dalton Cheney. First we've seen of him, at least in this series. It's possible he could have been in other ESR championships, but first we've seen him here, so welcome. Connor Constantini, ditto, sitting in 8th place in the Challenge category. And Sean Roberts, who I thought I saw... Oh yeah, he's in 8th place in the GT3 championship. Bronze driver, doing pretty well. His first recorded race as well. I'm just hearing this that John Picha has been participating in the GT Challenge on Sundays recently. The last couple of races he was in on the 10th and March 27th. So looks like he's making his epic return. That's a nice livery from Jeff Wentworth. I don't know if that's an official livery. I haven't followed the BMW. I like it. It's pretty bold.
The livery that does not have sponsors looks terrible.
I mean, you're not wrong. It could be a lot better, but at least that one's interesting enough to kind of distract from the fact there aren't any sponsors.
But it's failed. We still noticed.
I mean, I didn't notice, but that is okay.
But now you won't be able to unsee it.
Well, what I won't be able to unsee is anything because I've been blinded by that by Roberts' extremely shiny Ferrari that has been very chrome golded.
Is Josh's Aston Martin like chrome blue, like turquoise?
Probably to make you wonder about it, and it worked. So it looks like the challenge class is having some trouble getting started. They just started rolling. We've been going around like almost half the lap. Alright, Matt, we get it. It's boring. Jeez. Getting a look at Wesley Stokes and the huge Lamborghini class.
Is it?
Great looking cars.
Is that?
Oh, okay.
That's gotta be an official livery. That's...
An
it's
official
not
livery or
boring
an
enough.
unofficial livery?
It's got to be official because it looks way too interesting to be user made.
Well, you never know. So we're lining up. The beginning of the race is... well, actually, we got a ways left to go. I haven't driven Misano in a long time.
You just got to still have the triple right-hander. There's one.
So any predictions on this race ahead of us, Matthias?
I think Michael Andrew's going to win.
You think so?
Yeah, he was 7/10 ahead of Wentworth in qualifying. So provided he makes a catastrophic mistake in traffic or otherwise, I'd say
that's a pretty solid prediction. We'll have to see.
That's like watching F1 2017 and saying, I think Lewis Hamilton's going to win.
Or saying, I think something stupid's gonna happen.
What?
I don't know. Normally when Lewis Hamilton's involved, dumb things happen. In any case,
I don't understand that logic, but okay.
He just says a lot of really dumb things. In any case,
I think you might be mistaken.
I know I'm not. In any case, we are rolling up to the start-finish line as we speak, and green flags are waving. So 50 minutes starts now. On board for... What?
Oh.
Okay, anyway, we're 3 wide. Dalton Cheney, Sean Roberts, and Sean Cheney.
Wait.
Or sorry, that's not Sean Cheney. It's Seth Cheney.
Wasn't John Picha in the challenge class?
He, I guess not.
I thought he was. I could have sworn. You said he was third.
I could have sworn as well, but he didn't have the little thing next to his name, so you're right. Oh, great. Good to see that the leaderboard still doesn't know what to do.
Probably confused because like other guys haven't taken checkered flag or the side of the green.
Oh boy, Mark Sutherland versus Jake Keckley versus Josh McLaughlin. Josiah Drell's looking to make his way by Landry, or no, Cheney, but not having so much luck of it. In the background, Dan French battling with Max Simmons and Paul Riccobeni. I like that green stripe on the livery of that Porsche. I've not heard much about the balance of power between these 3 cars in this class. It does make it really interesting on the track map to see who is where, though. Dalton Cheney making a defensive maneuver against Anthony Willis behind. Not much effort required there. Pretty calm. I mean, we had a couple of interesting moves, but not too much going on as far as controversy goes. We are pretty much smooth sailors.
You should have taken more.
Although
you got to take more
gets on the inside of
T1.
Cheney through turn 2.
What's
that? Jeff Wentworth has made his way by Michael Landry.
Landry's made a mistake.
Appears so. Dan French on the inside of Dominic Turcotte. Or no.
Dan French. No.
Dan French on the inside of Paul Riccobeni. There you go. And Turcotte on the inside of Max Simmons, or outside of Max Simmons. But Simmons is going to hold the speed. Just kidding. He gets caught out a little bit. That's actually Paul Riccobeni. I don't know where Max Simmons is.
And remember,
so Riccobeni made a move on French. Control.
No, the Porsche doesn't.
It's a huge pile up. Riccobeni is having trouble, looks like. Oh, Riccobeni's the yellow one, actually. Okay, that's interesting.
We need a spotter's guide for Cole.
We really do. Hey, I didn't notice you making any pointed calls. But we got...
Because I don't make calls I don't know a thing about.
Why not?
That's how you make
I do
mistakes.
like how Simmons's... I do like Simmons's and Turcotte's cars are pretty coordinated. One's yellow though, one's green. We're getting really close, French is, but he's Gonna be a little cautious. Probably advisable. Still over 45 minutes left.
Here comes that Lambo power.
Lambo power indeed. How would you describe the balance of these cars compared to each other?
No idea.
No
I
idea.
haven't driven
Okay.
them.
Well, looks like they are pretty well balanced. Demi Naku is our resident Ferrari today. He's appeared on the leaderboard, making his way up to 21st, which is actually 11th in his class.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. I heard Lamborghini's going to be retiring the Huracan sometime soon. But with these Super Trofeo cars, it makes it seem like there's maybe a room for another facelift or a revision or something.
I don't think it's as soon as you think. Then again,
Well,
I don't know for sure.
I mean, the car has been around for several years.
But the last couple of years, they've unveiled the Evo variant, or whatever they call it. And plus, the Huracan GT3 Evo is like supposed to come out like next year, I think.
Okay, maybe I was... Oh, no, I was thinking of the Aventador. My bad. Because the Aventador's been around since like 2010, right?
Actually,
And the
2012, so same, pretty much. It's old. Point.
Yeah, it's old, yeah. But then, well, I mean, well, okay, so then the Huracan only came out the year after. Then I know that. So it must have been 2013.
No, it was 2014. No, I'm wrong. Yeah,
That Ferrari challenge is a weird looking beast, but he's making it work, passing Zach Martin and Wesley Stokes and Thomas Waj. I'm starting to think that camouflage thing is a preset livery, because we've seen several color variations and they're all something. Josh McLaughlin under fire from Mark Sutherland. Sutherland has to back out the last second. This is the last corner, I believe.
Nope, it's not. It's middle sector.
Okay. It would
Now you're on
appear
the back
so.
straight. Oh, fuck me.
Matt doing a great impersonation of these race cars on this track, with a little
like
fuck me
Misano.
added for emphasis. Misano's great.
Misano's cool.
Well, you're the one yawning. I was just trying to make something funny out of it.
Of course it's funny, I'm yawning.
Jeff Wentworth and Jake Keckley both hot on the tail of Mike Landry, who has gotten by Wentworth in the last couple of laps. Putting a little bit of a gap between them, but not much. I'm kind of curious as to what's going on back there in the GT Challenge class. Max Simmons is hot on the tail of Dominic Turcotte. Looks like track conditions are said to be very clear, as far as precipitation goes at least, but then there's clouds just gonna persist. I think it's of note to see how Wentworth's strategy is gonna work out here. I don't believe I don't think there are any teams, are there? No teams. So, everyone's in it for themselves. Wentworth, I don't think, has the pace right now to keep up with Landry. So he's kind of got to keep it on his rear view for Keckley behind. Traditionally, Wentworth has been a bit unlucky looking in the pit area. So it's worth considering how he wants to play that strategy to his advantage. Looks like McLaughlin is getting upshed again by Mark Sutherland in the background there. Ditto for Dalton Cheney on Anthony Wallace. Maxim's still hot on the tail of Dominic Turcotte. And now we're now viewing Mark Sutherland versus Josh McLaughlin versus Josiah Jerome. All three probably within a very large blanket of each other. So we haven't seen lots of Aston Martin drivers in the GT3 championships recently. There's been some, never too popular, but they've never really gone away. It's kind of interesting. A very stable car, if I remember correctly. And I guess that probably pays off dividends in Misano, where it's the stability in these kind of interesting corners. Looks like someone's already going into the pits. It appears to be Neil Sutherland. So they're either, ooh, Zach Martin getting all bent out of shape in turn 1. That's gonna let Simeon Wesley Stokes by. Sean Roberts struggling to find his feet in this inaugural race, or his debut race. I should
spelling
say.
Sean with 2 N's reminds me of the different ways you'd spell Caitlin.
Oh God, don't remind me.
Or Kaylee.
I used to date a Caitlin. She spelled it with 2 I's instead of anything else. So Kaitlin.
Was she autistic? I'm kidding.
No, I did know a Caitlin spelled it Lynne, and it was
she
Kateelynne from Utah. No, but she was from Idaho.
Actually, that Caitlin chick, was she white trash?
I'm not at liberty to say, but there were some elements.
The one with 2 N's, I mean.
Yeah, there were some elements. Simeon Naku going around. Wesley Stokes, very clean pass on the back straight. Wow, he got a great run.
Yeah,
I'm not
that
really
flight
sure where
time
that
is
came
quick
from.
in a straight line.
Also, my goodness, and it's also my goodness ugly. Holy crap! Although Wesley Stokes with the cutback.
I don't like the look of the Ferrari Challenge cars, any of them. They kind of look like they took the GT3 but made it look worse.
I like the 430 challenge, but everything else I agree. Oh wow, breaking way late, going way wide, ceding the position to Wesley Stokes and maybe Zach Martin.
No, he's got
nope, he's gonna keep it. Okay.
I mean, I've stuck around the outside at turn 1, but in these challenge cars, it's just not.
Ooh, getting really slidey. Ooh, nice recovery. That's a early candidate for slide of the day. Ooh, with a little bump to the behind from Zach Martin. And with that, he should just be in. Do we need to get you a Red Bull or something, Matt?
Please.
They're not sponsoring us, but we could maybe.
Nah, but we need to find a sponsor.
Dan French also in the pits, being our second taker, and confirming that there is no pit window. So you can pit whenever you would like. Wait, hasn't there, you were talking about Lamborghini GT3 Evo, hasn't there already been a Huracan Evo before?
Oh yeah. I forgot the 2015 one, and then they updated it in like 2018, and then the Evo
like
2,
that.
kind of like the Audi R8 Evo 2.
Yeah, I mean, considering that they're identical essentially. Oh wow, really aggressive racing from Mark Sutherland and Josh McLaughlin. Oh wow, it's gonna be really close. Josh gets it back. There was wheel-to-wheel action going on there, but he just kept his foot in it, and that actually worked out. Now he's put Mark Sutherland on the defensive a little bit with Josiah Jerome right there. We'll have to see how this works. Meow. Oh, Mark getting a little out of shape, braking late. Josiah Drum on the inside. That wide Audi is keen to nose its way into situations.
Chops nose off. Oh,
but Mark isn't so keen to let him just have it. Can Josiah get the cutback? Mark dives to cover, and that's going to be it.
You can't do a cutback on the final corner there. It's just not possible to camber the turn.
I was wondering if Mark was gonna, or Sutherland was going to outbrake himself again as he's done the last few laps, but keen to learn from mistakes, I suppose. Oscar Tan versus Paul Riccobeni. This turned out to be a... Oh, it's because Neil Sutherland and Dan French pitted. Okay. We're seeing our third camo Lambo. I think this one is based off the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 Urban camo.
I get that reference.
Someone who decided that red was an urban color.
Hey, somebody in the U.S. Army decided that the ACUs were a good camouflage pattern.
I mean, you're not wrong.
The amount of levels that camouflage had to go through to get to that point, and it was approved.
Because it looks badass. It's computers and stuff.
No, it just looks bad in ass.
Nice.
Separate those words.
It looks bad and ass.
That's how it was described, but the person forgot the comma.
So I expected Josiah Drum just kind of to take 5th place from Mark Sutherland without too much effort, but Sutherland's actually turned out a good last lap. We were seeing actually Josiah Drum get a little bit bent out of shape, but recovers it without any real note. Farther back we have Seth Cheney versus Dalton Cheney. 8th place.
There's too many Cheneys.
No,
we need an extermination.
And yeah, a Cheney extermination. Actually, that was my bad. It was actually Dalton Cheney versus Anthony Willis.
And on that note, Dalton Cheney is not too far. Or sorry, Seth Cheney is not too far behind the other Cheney.
It's true. It's not as much of a battle, but it could be. Well, he just knocked off 3/10 of a second in that one gap, so it could become a battle very easy. Mark Sutherland on the inside of Josh McLaughlin, which becomes the outside. No cutbacks to be had here, but this is a preparation for the run out into the back straight, and he could get a run. The M4 is very strong in a straight line.
Not really, it's draggy.
Oh, they must have changed that then. Remember at the end of last season, it would keep pace almost with the M6, but also just have generally good handling. So they must have changed that, or it could be a BOP thing. And it looks like Cheney or Sutherland has had a little foible. And then maybe that gets repeated by Josh McLaughlin ahead, because he was trailing by a little more than he currently is, but is now caught right up. You know, that battle between the Cheneys is kind of dissolved, and Willis. Oh, just kidding, it's back. As I said that, the timing updated. Constantini. Connor is caught back up to Simeon Naku though for 7th place in the challenge class. That might be something to note if it gets too much spicier. This is pretty intense. Oh, Mark Sutherland with a really preemptive dive. Not entirely sure what the goal of that was, but it maybe just to spook Josh. Oh wow, we got a... Ooh, Jerome was coming in hot onto Sutherland, and it looks like he was able to slow it down. But it's getting really, really heated over here. We're looking at Dalton Cheney versus Anthony Willis. He's been wavering between 4 and 8/10 of a second behind Willis for the last couple of laps now, so worth keeping an eye on. Connor Constantini diving into the pits. So that battle is on now. Little bobble from Cheney as he going around that hairpin. Not too much, but it might be worth noting that there's a potential that someone could unseat their car on one of those low speed turns. Mark Sutherland going into the pits as well, so that kind of breaks up that action in front a little bit. Have you ever driven the M4 BMW GT3, Matt?
Yes, I have. I drove it a little bit. Not too much, because, well, not only was it, I was in 2 other leagues at the same time, and and it came out kind of in the middle, and I was like, I don't like it. I don't really traditionally like front engine cars.
Mhm.
I prefer the pointiness of mid-engine cars.
That's a fair assessment.
But I have driven it, not at this track, but I drove it at Silverstone, Barcelona. Sorry, I mean Barcelona.
So you're driven at all the bad tracks, is what I'm hearing.
Silverstone isn't bad. I like Silverstone.
Oh, okay.
Where else did I drive it at? I can't think of
Why
any
you
at
think
this,
of that?
this time.
Okay. While you think of that, the battle between Josiah Jerome and Josh McLaughlin has heated up quite significantly, even in the absence of Mark Sutherland. So it looks like Josiah has been maybe saving his tires a little bit, just taking it easy in preparation for a move to be made on Mark or Josh. That might be the time might be coming because he's nope. Just kidding. Oh well, Josh is all over the place under braking.
You know what I heard?
Looks like what?
You know what I heard?
What'd you hear?
That the Audi R8 Evo 2 is actually worse than the previous one.
Yeah, I've heard. At least in this game, it seems like it struggles on the straights. I don't remember who I heard say that, but someone told me that offhand. However, isn't the new NSX actually pretty good?
That's what I've been hearing. I heard it like got, I don't know if it's a BOP or something like that. Maybe an update.
Huh.
So I may take that in the middle. If I join in the middle, I may take that just to say whatever because I have no good, chance of winning the championship, right?
Yeah. So pit watch, Dominic Turcotte in the pits now. Interestingly, we haven't seen hardly any. I don't think actually any of the GT3s have taken pit stops. Mark Sutherland actually, but that's the only one. Very curious. Wonder what the thought is there. Although, as I say that, the fight between Anthony Willis and Dalton Cheney has heated up quite nicely. Now down to almost a quarter of a second.
You know what? I just had a thought, and it's weird.
Whoa.
The M4 GT3 looks like somebody took an M4 GT3 body and stuck it onto another car.
What? What do you mean?
It doesn't look like it's part of the car or in a weird way.
Yeah, it's true. It does. There's a lot of blank negative space, like on the undersides of the car. It kind of looks like a slot car in a way. It also doesn't help that it has huge, hilarious eyebrows.
Does it?
At least to me. There's gaps between the headlights behind them, and it kind of rolls over to the front, so it kind of looks like eyebrows to me. But quick note, Dominic Turcotte with a stop-and-go penalty of 30 seconds, so that'll be speeding in pit lanes. Yep. Unfortunate. Michael Landry now navigating his way through some of the GT Challenge cars. Pretty substantial gap behind to Jeff Wentworth, but not huge. 6.5 seconds. That it only takes one accident for that to be invalidated. Zion Jerome and Jake Keckley both are second and third drivers in the GT3 class.
Where the fuck did he come from?
Michael Landry?
No, the guy that just rejoined from like left field.
Oh, I didn't see. I mean, I saw someone rejoin. I figured it was just someone. I figured it was just the guy who Landry just passed. Oscar Tan going in the pits as well. Bless you.
I'm feeling very blessed.
Well, good. You should. Udall and Chan get really racy. Oh, wow. Anthony Willis all over the rumble strips. I wonder if that BMW might struggle with traction on some of those uneven rumble strip surfaces. Dalton Cheney with a really late apex, but the McLaren likes those. Now on board with Josh McLaughlin, who's found himself in 3rd place. That's no doubt because, who was it, Keckley took a pit stop? I'm entirely sure. Paul Riccobeni next in the pits. I was looking at pictures of the old Aston Martin Vantage, the V8 and V12s.
The what?
And I think what?
What do you mean?
I was looking at pictures of the old Aston Martin Vantages, you know, the last gen.
You mean the GT3 or GT4?
Just the street car.
Oh.
And I mean, the principle is the same. Like, I think it applies to both, but you know, I don't think the new one is ugly at all. But man, compared to the old one, it is. Oh wow, Simeon Niku getting a little bit squirrely, but yeah, it's definitely a big step down. I don't know what they were doing with the light bar. It's really interesting how they like kind of made it bend up and over the tail. The real shame is that they canceled the Vanquish, one of the prettiest cars of all time in my opinion.
We are halfway through. Keep it up.
They had Vanquish, Vantage, next one's Volva.
Volva. Aston Martin Volva. Only allowed for James Bond. Well, they got the Valkyrie and Valhalla. I mean, you basically already said that. Wesley Stokes with the next to have a 30-second penalty applied to them. Yowzas. Luckily, Misano has a really short, or relatively really short.
No.
Okay.
It's got a really long pit lane exit.
Oh, I forgot the exit is long, you're right. Because it has to go around, doesn't it? Yeah, that's right.
See? Right.
Yeah, there it is.
There it goes.
Yep. You're right, okay. I forgot about that. This battle with Simeon Niku and Thomas Waj is being really... Oh, never mind, we're not going to watch it. Josh McLaughlin instead. Did Josh pace someone? We're watching him a whole lot when he's not in a race.
I have to say,
Dalton Cheney got by Anthony Willis. Good work. What do you have to say, Matt?
okay.
You do. Say it.
Drugs.
Drugs, okay. This just in from Matt Higgs. Drugs. Oh wow, you can see maybe a little symptom of what was happening earlier. That allowed Cheney to get by Willis way understeery onto the rumble strips through turn 6, I believe that is. So you might be struggling a little bit for front end grip on that BMW. As you mentioned before, tire changes are not required in this series. With a 25-second refuel, it might be advised to at least do it on one of the corners on one of the sides, but not necessarily. Michael Landry and Jeff Wentworth both takers next on the pit stop. Be interesting to see where they come out. Although, as I just said, Anthony Willis is caught back up to Dalton Cheney. Ooh, we got a little stuttery there. We're rapidly approaching. Ooh, look at that! A little bit of outbraking action from Willis. Niku next in the pits. This is really the only battle of note, and it is quite a Kind of close one. Matt, you said you've driven the M4 a little bit, right?
Yep.
How would you describe its driving dynamics?
Kind of dull.
Dull, so kind of understeery?
Yeah, it feels like the Aston Martin Vantage.
Oh, so really stable understeery, okay. Interesting. So I would describe the McLaren mostly as the same. Oh wow, Willis getting around the outside of, I don't know what turn number that is, but we're coming up to the last couple.
Yeah, I see what you're saying about the McLaren, but you weren't clearly not driving it hard enough.
I've found it to be very. I mean, this is years ago. I haven't driven it in forever.
It's this McLaren, right? In ACC.
Yeah, I found it to be very unresponsive under braking, but very directable under acceleration. So if you can make pretty good adjustments under acceleration, but under braking it has very little urgency. I mean, again, this is years ago, so that might have changed. Oh, Will is getting all bent out of shape. Ends up corralling it, but that was scary. Seems like he's having trouble on that turn 5, I believe that is, or 6. Max Simmons and Josh McLaughlin both takers for the pits. Wesley Stokes serving that stop and go penalty. And Dalton Cheney and Anthony Willis are right alongside, but Jake Keckley is, nope, that's traffic. I got a little overexcited there. It's just traffic. I really think there is no excuse for front engine cars to have anything other than side pipes. Like A, it's just cooler. B, you can roll coal if you want. C, more power, baby. Shorter exhaust channel. Anthony Willis, who is now free of Dalton Cheney's assault because he's taken a pit stop. We've reached the final 20 minutes, so our halfway point is well in the distance. I do like that livery of Paul Riccobeni's with a giant Porsche script, kind of forming some stripes on the side. That looks pretty nice. Not a huge fan of the look of the car. It looks a little too much like the street GT3, which is fine. It's totally okay. But just a little lacking in imagination, I feel. With all the GT3, or all GT Challenge, excuse me, takers in the pits now, we'll get to see shortly. Oh, just kidding, Thomas Watch is not yet pitted. Nope, we have someone who left. So begins the adventure to find who the heck that was.
What's his name?
Oh yeah, what's his name? I love that guy.
No, that guy in the BMW I was battling with. Oh, Willis.
Anthony Willis. No, he's in the. Oh, he got disqualified. What happened there?
I'm gonna do some homework.
Oh. That's a bummer.
And then I'm gonna figure out the problem.
Jeff Wentworth is currently in second, battling with that's lapped marker traffic, or back marker traffic, excuse me. And still 9 seconds out from Landry, so none of this is actually has any impact on what's going on as far as actual competition goes. And everyone is multiple seconds out from each other. There goes all the racing. Goodbye. When we're now engaging Paul Riccobene, again, this is not for position. See by those blue flags being waved, not by the audience, by the track marshals. I do like the yellow accents on Wentworth's car. They do wonders to distract me from the grills of the car, which I am long since been a outspoken proponent against. But Thomas Walsh is still yet to pit, and he's the last one in the entire field. I must wonder what his thought process is. I mean, if he's making it work for him, then who am I to complain? Besides, I'm getting held up by a backmarker GT challenge car. I believe that's Tan. Not 100% sure. No, it's Zach Martin. That's close. Not much to be said there. Obstacle removed. He's still quite some distance behind Mark Sutherland now, so whatever happened. Oh, Dalton Cheney got served a dosage of bad luck with that pit strategy. Fell down all the way to 7th when he was doing battle in 4th and 3rd, I believe. 4th and 5th, maybe. And Thomas Walsh is our last pit stop taker.
Nice.
Nice.
Did you hear the ding?
I didn't hear a ding.
Oh.
I mean, my phone went off. Did you hear that? Is that what you heard?
Maybe? Did your phone sound like a ding?
I mean, it made so my general notification noise is the same as like a BMW infotainment noise.
That's what I heard.
It sounds like a chime. Yeah, then that was it.
You're an absolute heathen.
Why? It's calm
For
and it's like
keeping
a good
your
noise.
phone not on silent.
I like to get notified of stuff, Matt.
Only old people have their phones at audible tone.
Or people who want to get their notifications, Matt, because it's like almost like though that's why they were designed in the first place, huh?
That's why I get the buzzer.
I'll buzz you.
Towers goes for requesting flyby.
Here we go. What are you saying? Sorry, I got distracted.
Towers is Ghost Rider requesting flyby.
I'll fly your by.
What?
Ghost Rider, your request is denied. I don't know what the exact quote is. Sorry. I haven't watched Top Gun in a long time.
Negative, Ghost Rider power was full.
So, as we approach our last 10 minutes, lineup's really interesting. We got Max Simmons in first, Paul Riccobene moderately close behind in 2 seconds about. Jake Keckley now, with the drama kind of falling by the wayside, has found himself in third. Doing well for himself, considering he started in fourth, so good consistency.
Did he?
He did.
Nice.
Nice. The back of that Lamborghini doesn't even look like a Lamborghini anymore. It's so interesting.
Likes his camo.
Oh, I can't even see it. You're right. Josh McLaughlin, now in sixth, started in fifth. What about Apple News?
Applebee's.
Applebee's. Oh, there's that Fanatec steering wheel on the BMW M4. That's like $1,600. No judgment if you have one of those, by the way. I felt it was worth mentioning. It does look great. Can't wait until the WRC button box comes out.
I mean, I really hate how it kind of annoys me how they made it like to work on the GT3 car. You didn't have to. You could just make one of both and not have one that consumers buy cost.
I mean, from a marketing perspective, it kind of makes sense. Like, the sim thing, everyone tries to emulate reality, so it's like, hey, if you have the real thing, you know, that's maybe worth something. But it's also like, well, we're not actually racing. Like, as much as we like to pretend, we're not driving real cars. This has very little connection to real life. So, you don't need to have a full-strength whatever steering wheel. Also, quick note, Josh McLaughlin, 6th place, got a drive-through penalty, so commentator's curse engaged.
Track limits.
But yeah, I agree. Probably for track limits, you're right. But yeah, I agree. Like, would I rather have? I mean, I don't like the wheels so much in general.
I wish I had a screen for costing that much.
But I would consider it if it was like, you know, 400 instead of 1600 or whatever. Or is it 1200? I forget. How much is this thing? Fanatec BMW. Because I got my M2 wheel for like $279 American. Oh jeez, guys. When I open this stupid page, there's a big fly-out text thing saying, "This is not a replica." Oh, great. Good for you guys. This is the real deal. Oh, marketing.
I
we love it so much.
Deal. I'm trying to play my simulator at home. I don't own a GT3 car.
Guys.
Hey,
I mean, the buttons do look sweet.
Buy a BMW M4 GT3, then you got a steering wheel. There you go.
Got him.
Just find
1,400 euros.
Racetrack.
Find a wrecked one on a racetrack. 1,400 euros to USD.
Just become
a
marshal at a
bucks.
Racetrack and seal it off a crash BMW M4.
Yeah, just wait until one crashes, and while the guy's waiting for medical help, you just run to his car and grab the steering wheel out and leave. I need this. Yoink. Oh, and I really don't like how Fanatec has started just making its own websites for individual products. Like, come on, you just put on a product list. It's fine. You know, I want to. If I want to actually buy the thing, I got to go to 3 different websites to do it. It's the same with the WRC one, which I don't even remember how to get to that one.
I guess you should just search it.
Oh, they taken down the ad?
It's discontinued for sure.
Oh, I can't find it. Interesting. Did they stop that? No way. Oh, it's Oscar Tan versus Zach Martin, though, getting really intense. That's Dan French going around turn 3 of 4, I believe that is, and someone spinning off in the background. That it looked like a gray Lamborghini. Not sure. Regardless, drama is fun. Ooh, I like that Motec display. That's nice. Dan French's Lamborghini. So this is the standard one in the Lamborghini Super Trofeo car. I like that. I mean, it doesn't look particularly nice, but very readable. I like how the LEDs go. That's how I set up my LEDs usually, is green, blue, yellow, red flash going towards the center. So Cole's seal of approval, engage.
Welcome to ESR, folks, where we critique the Motec.
I mean, why not? There's nothing else going on. I mean, I guess Dan French is battling Paul Riccobeni. I didn't notice that.
You didn't notice the bright yellow Porsche front?
I did, but I kind of subconsciously forgot that they are in the same class. This is actually exciting. Get hyped, people. And Ditto, Arskertan, Zach Martin have been going at it for a while and are continuing to fight amongst themselves.
Nah, this is a dogfight.
It is a dogfight. Well, it's a bullfight, really.
Well,
no, it's a bullfight. Oh, Martin on the inside. Tan now breaks himself, although they're still going side by side.
It's a bullfight
like
at the Italian bull ring known as Misano.
Yes. Although Tan gets the cutback on the next corner. Well, that's actually, no, that's just a dive. Although I do like the dark olive drab combined with the yellow on the on Martin's livery. And then another change in this position. So this is a battle to watch. Only 4 minutes left. Oh, it's not the WRC button box, it's the Rally button box. That's right. It's the M Sport one. That's right. Okay. No, I haven't been taking all that time just to look that up. That's mean. Why would you even suggest that?
I'd say just take a page out of the book of, I don't know, some people and get one of those wheels kits that you build your own.
Well, the wheel kits that you build your own are nice, but yeah, that's it. They're nice. I haven't really done any research. I mean, because I haven't done any sim racing in several months. But oh, Josiah Jerome with a move on Mark Sutherland. No, that's not Mark Sutherland. That's a Super Trofeo. False alarm.
Watch him out drag.
Oh, they're within spinning distance. Actually, the two battles are intertwining here. This is Josiah Jerome versus Mark Sutherland.
I'm pretty sure the
and
Huracan's gonna outdrag the Audi.
And Turcotte versus French. Or no, Riccobeni versus French. Apologies. You think Riccobeni's gonna outdrag the Audi? Josiah Jerome?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait. No. Porsche will not. Paul, mute your phone.
No. Fine. There, I'm muted.
Peace at last.
No, there's no peace.
I want problems, always.
Maybe that's why you're falling asleep. You're getting involved in the drama.
Bitch, I am the drama.
Just. So the battles have kind of thinned out. I mean, Dan French is still really close to Paul Riccobeni. And Josiah Jerome is kind of close to Mark Sutherland. But they're still, like, actually, you know, seconds away from each other. Josh McLaughlin's fallen some more to 8th place after that drive-through penalty he got saddleless, but I'm actually kind of surprised he didn't fall a little more than that. Simi Naku's Ferrari seems to be struggling a bit, getting some dirty tires. Is that McLaren back there for position? No, it is not. That's Mike Landry. Oh, as I said, Dan French down to less than 3/4 of a second behind Paul Ricciardo. Jeff Wentworth on 2nd place, doing pretty well for himself, only 10 seconds behind Mike Landry. Wait, what? I don't get it. Why this car is red on the map, but the Ferrari ahead is also red? These aren't in the same class.
Are you sure they're... Yeah, say.
Because that orange is the Lamborghini, and that red Ferrari is definitely a challenge car. That's Siminiku. The Ferrari I saw earlier was Roberts, but anyway.
Maybe it's a bug.
That's really weird. Huh, well, whatever. We know in our heart of hearts. And now that checkered flag waves, so Mike Landry was able to delay before the end of the lap. Jeff Wentworth decides not to make a move on Simi Naku. He doesn't need to. He's got so much room behind. There we go. Look at that. Thomas Waj, stone-faced with his absolutely opaque visor. He's not even looking, ladies and gentlemen. He's just feeling the road the whole way around. And there's cars to dodge. People are taking a break on the back of the back straight. Very interesting. I suppose it makes sense though. Paul Ricciardo holding off Dan French for 10th place. Very good. Josh McLaughlin has not finished the race yet, but he's in the pits. I wonder if that'll affect his result. Very interesting. Huh. Well, with that, our race terminates. A quick rundown of the race results as we get them updated. Of course, my browser has crashed as I try to read them.
It's 'cause the
Michael Landry, of course, in 1st place, and this is the GT3 category. We're gonna mix them up. Actually, we're gonna try and we're gonna sort them. Okay, so we got Michael Landry in 1st place, followed by Jeff Wentworth in 2nd, Jake Keckley in 3rd, Mark Sutherland 4th, Dalton Cheney 5th, Shane Wax, who is Seth Cheney, in 6th, Josh McLaughlin 7th, Sean Roberts 8th. Josiah Jerome 9th, and Anthony Willis and John Picha tying for 10th. They both left the race. Oh, it's John Picha that left.
Oh. Yeah, hardware problems.
Okay. So, oh boy, these are not sorted by correctly the challenge class. So I'm going to do my best. Max Simmons in 1st, followed by Dan French, Simi Naku in 3rd, Paul Ricciardo in 4th, Zach Martin in 5th, Oscar Tan in 6th, Connor Conosini in 7th, Dominic Turcotte in 8th, Thomas Waj 9th, and Wesley Stokes in the top 10. Very good, gentlemen. Our next event is going to be an endurance event, so a longer 70-minute race with 2 pit stops required. That will be at the Nurburgring. So keep your eyes open for that. Not a huge enduro, but slightly longer, and with the added BMW M2s. That will be a fun extra challenge. It might be rainy too, judging by our past history with, with Nurburgring in the GT Challenge series. That is actually tomorrow, depending on when you watch this, or it will have been in the past, on April 25th, 2022. Yeah, good job, everyone. Look forward to seeing you there. And any last words, Matt Higgs?
Let's see you in the next one.
See you in the next one, indeed. All right, well, I've been Cole McCray, that's been Matt Higgs. Join us, esr-race.org. We do all sorts of racing like this. This is one of our more structured series, our Multiclass Mondays, but we also have everything from Wreckfest Fridays all the way up through the GT Challenge on Sundays, which is our more premier series, and also our multi-series, multi-class Saturdays in Race Room. We do all sorts of things, and even just messing about and sharing memes and stuff. So join us, esr-race.org. Visit us on Discord, all of that good stuff. And with that, we will see you guys in the next race at Nurburgring. Until then, have a good one. And, well, yeah, have a good one. Bye.
Bye bye.